Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better show. This podcast is short, fun, and jam-packed with good ideas that you can start using right away.
Welcome to episode 250. I'm your co-host, Ellen, along with my co-host,
Lee, because I ran out of clever things to say. After 250 times of trying not to say my name and saying something funny or weird, mostly weird, I am down to just my name, which probably is what I should have done all along. But we can't look back with regret. I look back with pride, and not just pride in the fact that we've kept the show going and fresh and helpful and all the things that we'd hoped it would be. The fact that we just kept it going at all. I mean, so many projects don't make it past the first couple months, let alone first couple years. And to make it 5 years.
We have made it 5 years. Yes.
It's incredible. And I owe a lot of it to you because you are the rock. I'm the wah, and you're just like, hey Lee, we're recording. You got any top? I mean, you just keep it.
Time to
and
go.
We all need, not all, maybe not all. That's a strong statement, but many of us need our alter ego or somebody to hold us accountable. And so it's not like it's been one big thing you've done. It's just like little things that you've done to make sure that it gets out every week, to make sure that we set up the recording times, that you get the Zoom going. You do the little things that make the quote-unquote talent feel so comfortable. I'm talking about you. You're the talent.
Did you? Okay, I thought maybe you just threw me under.
I'm not even
the
sure
bus.
why I'm here. What am I? I'm like Epic Man. I'm your sidekick.
Oh, no.
You're Conan O'Brien. I'm that other guy. No one knows his name.
250 episodes. No, you keep me going. You are always coming up with ideas. We should do one about this. And we're like, oh, yeah. Nope, it's a group effort. And 249 episodes ago, when we walked into the studio and recorded our first podcast, I actually wrote about this in my book, about our first recording of our podcast, because we decided to do the podcast because we'd had breakfast that one time and we're laughing because we were like hilarious to only ourselves. And we should do a podcast. Actually, there was more deep thought than that, but we went in full of ourselves.
And there was toast.
That was breakfast. There was toast. But when we went to the studio, we were like, yeah, this is going to be great. And we sucked.
The greatness is relative. But it does actually give me a chance to say that the two of us, obviously, are the ones that people hear, but Wayne Duncan behind the scenes without him we wouldn't be here. I mean, there's no way. And it just kind of goes to show that not everyone gets the credit, but they're equally as important as somebody else that's maybe out in the front gets the spotlight. And that's true in life and in a job and everywhere. And every once in a while we need to remember to thank them publicly that, hey, this is important. This guy. I know a guy. We got a guy.
He's our editor and producer, and without him, none of this would work. Absolutely none of it.
And the lesson there is, none of us can do it all by ourselves. Or we can, but we can't do everything exceptionally well. We got to figure out what is our best use of our time and talent, and then whatever is missing, which in some cases is a lot, you'll find other people that are good at that, and you team up. And so I think that's what I'm trying. The two things I wanted to say was about getting this far in this podcast is, one, that obviously it's the synergy and the teamwork of the three of us.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that it wasn't one big leap. Oh, now we're at 250. It was just small incremental steps.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I was feeling like, why are we doing this? And you would bring me back. You know why? I don't know why either, but we should stick with it.
No,
I'd get a lot of feedback that's positive, and I appreciate that. People saying, I tried out your thing about, this or that, and it worked, and I saved a bunch of time. So thank you for that. And that to me that's all I need.
I think that's at the heart of all of that. All of this that's why we do it, to help people be faster and do things easier and better. And I'd like to think we've been succeeding at it for 5 years.
Well, you
Amazing.
keep thinking that. I don't know if it's true, but you just keep on thinking that. But in like anything in life, when you're doing something and there's nowhere else you'd rather be and the time just flies by, you know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing with at least that part of your day and that activity.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel. I love our time together. I even love all parts of it, like coming up with solutions, because obviously I look at some of the things that I do and go, that's pretty good. But most of them come from things I'm learning. And then I apply it, test it out, and go, wow, this is great. So I'm getting faster, better, and easier in the process of helping other people do things faster, better, and easier. And so I'm growing as everyone else is, hopefully, that listens, is making improvements as well. It's a win-win.
Absolutely. It's a win-win. We grow in small micro increments, everything we do. We wouldn't be at 250 if it wasn't for just plodding along, and we can all do that in all different parts of our life. So thank you, Lee, for being my podcast partner for 250 episodes. I'm ready for 250 more. Thank you.
Well, I've always wanted to say this, but here's to 250. And then we can be at 350.
There we go. Thank you for being our loyal audience. Please, if you haven't liked and reviewed and subscribed, do that. And as always, be back with us again next week for another episode.